All right, so we back. Welcome to 2025, everybody. Sorry, I took a little break. Y'all know the kids is out of school. My daughter is at home. She got another week out, but I've been spending time. I was basically on like a little vacation, but we back. It's 2025, and we finna go harder than ever this year. I appreciate y'all rocking with me over these last couple years. It's been real dope. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into today's video, which is, I'm sure all of y'all probably have heard about this fade that took place at the No Jumper office, right? It was a little squabble that went down, and by squabble I mean just a full-on assault, where Luce Cannon, which is a guy that we have covered on this channel before, but Luce Cannon, Wack100, they're at the No Jumper office. Adam22 has dipped off. It is after hours, and apparently there was these two guys that some people are saying was goons, some people are saying they were not. I've heard that one of them might have been a preacher, who knows, but there was two guys up there and they wanted to have a conversation with Wack100. Wack100 had Luce Cannon with him. Luce Cannon goes outside, sparks a conversation with these guys that results in Luce Cannon unleashing his criminal side, smacking these dudes in the head with the hammer, beating them while they was down, and the whole time they weren't fighting back. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna post the video here. This is YouTube, and YouTube does not like that kind of stuff, so I'm not gonna post it here, but I'm sure y'all might have seen the video. Now, all of this happened while I was on my vacation, but since then, we have started to see the fallout from it all. We started to see people trying to explain what happened. We started to see people distance themselves from the situation. People like Adam22, people like Luce Cannon, right? And Adam22 is trying to put some distance between him and this whole situation because, you know, it's 2025 and hey, it's time to turn over a new leaf and be a new person. He says he does not want to see this type of behavior going down at No Jumper, even though No Jumper's whole thing is just having a bunch of gang members packed in the same building for the sake of drama content. But after it all went down, Adam22 basically sent a warning to anybody that is an affiliate of No Jumper that if this continues to happen, there's gonna be consequences.
All right, I guess I'm just gonna make this explicit since I've been rocking like this from my perspective, like the past month, 2 months, but just generally speaking, I'm just not really like responding to the same amount of bullshit that I've been in for the last, couple years. I'm just really focused on the business, focused on making good content. And there's a lot of thirsty ass content creators that just be out here trying to get a reaction from me. And I just want to let the people know that by and large, I'm ignoring it. So you can go on, have your little content mill, your little day-to-day, trying to get it in with the 22 still. I'm on to bigger and better things. I got a lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on. And the last thing on my mind is just responding to a bunch of dorks making videos about me. So
Now, I think right here, he might be talking about point and shoot for the most part, but he's also talking about other content creators like me that cover some of this stuff. I mean, I guess some of these creators only cover No Jumper stuff, but he's talking to people like me and hey, man, I would rather be a dork than a cuck, bruh.
If you hear silence coming from me in response to a lot of stuff, that's why. It's because realistically, I kind of been there, done that, and 2025 is not about that for me. So I'm not putting any names in it. But nothing has changed. Anybody who brings any type of violence to my office, to the building, to my area, you are immediately X'd out. You're not allowed on the property. So there's a lot of people I like that this applies to. If you do any of that bullshit, it's over. It's 100% over. So take it for what it is. I don't appreciate that. If you got a problem with somebody, you can go meet up with them in the Walmart parking lot, whatever. But please do not think that you're going to bring that kind of bullshit around my spot and not get immediately expelled, suspended, etc. So no games, 2025. If you do any of this bullshit, you're out.
Right, because how dare gang members participate in gang activity when they are at work? I don't know. I find it kind of laughable that Adam22 thinks that he can have all of these prominent gang members at his facility and never have drama. It's just kind of odd because it's not like this is a new thing for No Jumper. This type of thing has been happening up there for years at this point. Also, I don't know why he's addressing his employees and stuff on a video video that went to the public, bro. Just sit everybody down and talk with them. Oh, that's right. You can't, because you have such a politically charged gang atmosphere that would be impossible. But anyways, Adam22 ain't having none of that. If you bring it around, you're gonna be expelled, because that's so much worse than going to jail for assaulting somebody on camera. Incredible stuff. Now, the person who was recorded assaulting those guys on camera, Luce, actually made his own videos talking about this whole situation, where he's pretty much like, yeah, I did it. It's me on camera committing an actual felony, but I did it because I'm really him. I'm really gangster like that. All right, let's look at what Luce said.
Look, y'all gotta stop playing. It's the reason why they call me the boogeyman. Like, this is facts. It's not no fairy tale. This is not what these rappers, like, they portray my life. Bro, I'm just blessed to be a music producer, an artist, a rapper, an entertainer, everything. An actor.
Bro is just naming occupations at this point. It's like somebody asked him to write a resume. He had no job, so he just started writing down everything. Bro said, I'm an actor, I'm a rapper, I'm a gangster. I am a jack of all trades, but master of none.
But I'm just a real tough dude that stand on everything I say. So y'all don't get it misconstrued. I want problems. If I'm giving up this energy, and you have a problem with it, do something. Because when I see you, I'm going to do something. It ain't going to be no facts. It ain't no mystery. It's nothing like that. I just get busy. Point blank. Plain and simple. Like it or not, I am him.
What happened at No Jumper? Y'all have to understand this, right? I don't run fake plays. I don't run the imaginary content that y'all be thinking that somebody's gonna just run and try to set somebody up and pay somebody to take a whooping. It don't work like that with me. I'm raw, I'm authentic. I'm real. I am sometimes too real. See, when y'all be cloud chasing and acting like y'all really want a problem, I'm gonna give it to you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give it to you. Sweetie! Sweetie!
Bro, this is a grown ass man. Like, what are you doing, bro? This is why the older I get, the more I try to dissuade people from gang culture. When I was coming up, it was gangs everywhere. Everybody I knew was in a gang, right? So it was hella normalized. People really was growing up looking forward to being gang members. And I remember as a badass little kid, I used to think, oh yeah, that's the life right there, bro. But now that I'm an adult, I don't associate with the gangs. I look at this type of behavior right here, bro. This is just grade A top tier clown shit. Like, this is what you're willing to throw your freedom away for, bro, because you wanted to look tough assaulting somebody on camera, and then you wanted to brag to the internet about how you're him. You really that guy. You're what everybody's favorite rapper raps about. Like, bro, this is corny, and it's corny on the highest level.
This is what happens when people clout chase. So let's go from the beginning. We were doing the Adam and Wack show. Adam is leaving the building. Adam FaceTime Wack. Hey, Wack, it's two people that's, wandering around the parking lot. You know who they are? And Wack was like, no, I don't know who they are. So I'm like, oh, I don't know, but let me go out and holler at him. So I walk out, right? I walk out with the dude, and he was like, man, I got a problem with Wack. I'm like, you got a problem with Wack about what? Yeah, I just got a problem with him. I'm like, you do? So I called Wack over there. Wack, come over here. Dude was like, man, you running this type of content and stuff like that. And Wack was like, what content? Wack pulled out his phone. Once Wack pulled out the phone, he was like, "Oh, this content," and then the dude was like, "Everything is not content." I said, "You right." So y'all see the results. Smack. Let's get to it, right?
So if I'm hearing it correctly, according to Luce Cannon, these dudes simply wanted to have a conversation about some content Wack100 had ran. And instead of just having a conversation about it, according to Luce Cannon, the guy on video committing the crime, he didn't waste no time. As soon as he heard, "Oh, you got a problem with this contact," smack. Bro, I just know they gonna play this in court when they come arrest this dude. I swear to God, every day we grow closer to life becoming that Key and Peele skit where they got the rapper in the interrogation room self-snitching on himself on the album. Y'all know what skit I'm talking about, bro. Every day we grow closer to that being a reality. I don't even know about growing closer, to be honest. It feels like we're already here.
So how far do y'all expect me to go if somebody's clout chasing? I want to really understand this, right? Understand your mental, right? Because if me and Wack was on the other foot, y'all be saying, "Oh, this is what they get. This is what they got. They clout chasing. They thought they was untouchable and stuff." But then when it goes the way it's going to go, "Oh, it's fake. It's a fake play. This is..."
Now, I feel like right there, Luce Cannon is speaking his truth. He only did this because he wanted to please everybody that was watching. His exact words was, "What do y'all expect? Some of y'all want me to react and be G. Some of y'all don't want me to react and be a G." Yup, and this is the problem with trying to be popular online. Trying to win everybody's favor. Trying to portray this image right here. Bro really risked his freedom and his life and somebody else's life so that he could look tough on the internet. I don't know, bro. Where I'm from, they might even tell you that that's some hoe shit you just did because you did it so that the internet would think you tough. Call me crazy, but that's what I think about it. He did it for the internet and he did it for Daddy Wack. Yeah, he did it because he wants to continue to get acceptance from Wack100 and the internet. Again, like I said, that's clown behavior. Now, this happened just right outside the No Jumper office, and we watched the video earlier of Adam22 saying, "I'm not putting up with this no more. If y'all do this again, you gonna get expelled," which I don't think is gonna happen. The only popular show they got over there on No Jumper right now is the Wack and Adam show. This situation was about Wack100. He ain't firing Wack100. I don't think he can fire Wack100. I think he's scared to. But that isn't all Adam22 had to say about it, because in their most recent episode, he did address this and share further thoughts on it. And to me, it just kind of seems like Adam22 is trying to distance himself from the situation because he wants to protect his money. He doesn't want to get sued. So he goes on this podcast and tries to downplay No Jumper's involvement with this, basically shifting the blame, saying it had nothing to do with him or his company. And he tries to take the moral high ground, like, "Oh, I think it's wrong that it happened." But you could really tell deep down, the only thing Adam22 cares about right here is not getting sued. He's not worried about the safety of the people that work at No Jumper. He's not worried about the safety of the pedestrians that might be walking around outside by No Jumper. He ain't worried about none of that. He's just worried about the almighty dollar.
No Jumper's in trouble. People are saying No Jumper's getting sued. No Jumper's about to be down the drains. No Jumper's future is in jeopardy. A lot of people really, really happy to be able to poke holes in the No Jumper success facade and to be able to say your days are numbered. Your platform that you've built up over the last 10 years is doomed.
Hold up, other people?
Actually, people are going to stop watching your platform and they're going to start watching me and my 3 friends in this basement. You are done, 22. And to all that, all I got to say, kiss my ass! Kiss it! Each and every one of you, kiss it! Pucker up, plant those lips right on my dirty asshole that I don't even oftentimes wipe to completion. Sometimes I still leave a little bit of that downtown Judy Brown
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Adam22 is a nasty ass dude, bro. Why would you even say that? This man ain't got no moral compass, no moral values. Bro, where is your integrity, dog? Talking about some kiss my round, bro. Nah, bro, we good. I'm trying to continue to live my life hepatitis free.
That's all I gotta say. Actually, I would not like to send those words. Those words are not going off out to the victims, because to the victims, my heart actually goes out to you. But I mean, myself, I don't know a lot about what happened in this incident. This is not something that involved me in any way. Yeah. This is something that took place between people who were not invited to No Jumper, and it is being trotted out and treated as if it was something that I in any way co-signed, that was in any way beneficial to my business. That is absolutely not true. The reality is that the 22ster was not there. The 22ster had gone home. These things took place outside of my building.
So right here is where we get into the deflection part of it, right? Oh, I don't know nothing about it. I wasn't here. I don't know what went down. I find it funny how Adam22 knows everything except for what goes on at No Jumper when things go wrong, right? But you can see already, here comes the deflection.
This is my thing. Dueling narratives. There are two different narratives that you could choose to go with in this situation. And I think that there's different levels of likelihood to different situations. The situation that is more beneficial to one Luce cannon, the side of the story that you might want to believe if you were Luce or somebody who's speaking on behalf of Luce, is the idea that people came to No Jumper unexpectedly, uninvited, and they got handled. Now, that story would be somewhat understandable.
Sounds good.
This location ain't just everywhere like that.
At all.
We wasn't at the store.
Exactly. And we weren't filming live content.
Yeah, and it wasn't live.
There was no reason for anybody to know that we were in this building at that moment.
That Luce cannon knows.
Especially that.
Well, fools never show up if they're not like invited or specifically a part of a program. They
very few examples of people showing up uninvited here over the years. And I guess the other side would be the idea that these people were in any way invited here. Now, if they were invited here, it was not done by me. It was not done by anybody who works at No Jumper. So I can't really attest to that. I think that that's a question of, what do the text messages say? Are there phone records? Do the phone records indicate this? Myself personally, I walked outside right before I left. I saw two young gentlemen, not really that young, but gentlemen for sure.
That's also a generous term in this case.
Were they gentle? I don't know. Right, yeah, it's up in the air. I spoke to them. Obviously, I'm slightly concerned when I walk outside and I see a couple of guys. And I say to them, I say, "Are you guys here for Wack?" And they said, "Yeah." I say, "Okay." I shook their hands, determined that they didn't really seem like they were a threat from my perspective. They didn't seem like they were on bullshit. At least they weren't on bullshit with me. They seemed cool. So I go to my car, I get on the phone with Wack. I say, "There's two guys here. They're outside for you." He said, "Okay, I think I know who it is." I get off the phone with him.
A different response.
I drive away, and 10 minutes later, somebody sends me a video of this incident. Now, what happened exactly? I don't know. What you see in the video, to me, seems kind of self-explanatory. That being said, I would like to formally denounce any such behavior taking place at my building in any way.
See, there we go with the putting distance between him and the situation. Oh, I met the guys. I shook their hand. I'm the one told Wack100 they was here, but then I left. I don't know nothing else other than that. I got a video sent to me 10 minutes later of it happening, but I don't know what happened. So he's in communication enough to get the video sent to him, but not to figure out what went down. Yeah. Okay, bro.
Consider this an act of extreme disrespect for anybody to get into any such situation at No Jumper when we're just merely trying to make content. Now, that being said, like, if somebody showed up and they wanted to be aggressive, it would be understandable that they might be handled physically.
They spoke out already. So shout out to Young at Hefe.
Okay, they spoke out through his YouTube channel. He said that he had spoken to them.
He's spoken. Okay.
And I saw Rick Rock said he had a conversation with them as well. Shout out to Rick Rock. I liked what you were saying.
Yeah, shouts to
they said that they were under the impression that they were going to do an interview that day or something like that and pull it up. Because I can't say for sure because it wasn't them out the horse's mouth. And they're probably not trying to talk because they think they got action at trying to take your money. And that, first of all, property line. Let's talk. We're not even going to talk. Should I even talk about that?
Whatever you want to say.
Oh, wait.
Because the property line, you weren't even at No Jumper, brother.
Man, that property line ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Them dudes was at No Jumper looking for No Jumper employees. No Jumper employees is who jumped them. That whole property line defense, bro, that's semantics. We know why they was there. Luce Cannon said why they was there. Adam22 said why they was there. They was there to be at No Jumper, not at the porta potty out front.
Beyond that.
Not like that, but you weren't even here. So therefore, and it happened outside of No Jumper. Nobody from the No Jumper cast, nobody that gets a paycheck from No Jumper was involved with that fight.
This is true. A lot of people are saying No Jumper employees lined these guys up. There were no Jumper employees involved with this in any way. Luce Cannon does not work here. Luce Cannon was here with someone who was doing a piece of content with me.
Wack had to put the okay down. That's daddy. Just remember that.
First off, Brick Baby got some real snitch tendencies. What he mean? Wack100 had to give the okay. It sounded to me like Brick Baby is trying to implicate Wack100 in what happened. Even though in the video, Wack100 didn't do nothing to these guys. It was just Luce Cannon. And I mean, like Brick Baby is trying to implicate Wack100. He had to give the go ahead. Right? So I think that's kind of funny. But then also, you could hear Adam22 going with that. These guys ain't employees of mine line. And again, bro, it's semantics. You have paid Luce Cannon to be on your platform before. You pay Wack100 regularly to be on your platform. Just because they ain't W2 employees don't mean nothing. You might not be employing them, but you have paid them. They are contractors. If I, as a business owner, hire a contractor, I don't know, let's say a roofer to come change the roof on my building. And while that roofer is at my spot, somebody walks up on him and he goes to beating the shit out of them on my property, and it's a guy that I hired, I subcontracted this work to him. Guess what, bro? I could still be held liable for it, or at least my business could. You do have relationships with these people. You have paid these people. You do have to send them a 1099 at the end of the year so they can file taxes on the money you paid them. They aren't traditional employees, but they are and have been employed by you, bro.
Wack100
I'm not going.
is Wack an employee? I would say no.
No, but he gets a check.
No, but there still is. There's a difference.
He did
Wack gets
participate
paid to do episodes with me.
No, he's not a part of No Jumper. I'm not trying to say as far as the lawsuit goes. I don't think it would go far as that goes, because it's not like somebody who's signed to you that, you know what I mean? What I'm saying is that he had to give the dude that is not a regular in the building the okay to even meet up with somebody here or around these premises. You get what I'm saying? We weren't involved in no way, shape, or form, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to put him out there either.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I know he detached himself from the situation, but at the end of the day, Luce Cannon can't even speak a whole sentence without that nigga butting in. You think he can make a decision without him butting in?
To me, Wack seemed surprised by the fact that anything happened. I don't think that Wack would co-sign somebody being set up at No Jumper. From my perspective, I consider it just super disrespectful and shitty that this in any way took place at our building. Realistically, this is the thing that pissed me off about it, is the fact that people always want to put out this bullshit narrative about No Jumper and say that this is a gang hangout, that there is violence taking place all the time, when in reality,
that's exactly what it is and what happens there. I don't know what he's finna say next, but No Jumper is definitely a gang hangout, and violence has occurred at No Jumper on numerous occasions. That cannot be debated, bro. It has happened. What is this dude talking about?
how many times has that actually happened? There's been a situation or two where people who didn't like each other saw each other and it was handled relatively quickly. There was the situation, obviously, with Kelpie and Suspect. That was sus.
That shit, no.
That's not gang violence either.
Right, that was pimp on pimp violence. But either way,
it's safe enough for me to bring my kids up here.
Well, that don't say a whole lot, bro. Brick Baby the type of dude take his kid to the trap house. The fuck him bringing his kid up there don't change nothing. And I love how Adam22 was like, I don't like how people portray this as a gang hangout where violence happens. And then goes on to name numerous times where it has happened. It's like as he's speaking, he's slowly coming to the realization that in fact, this is what goes down at No Jumper.
Exactly. Same here. And we have had so few issues here over the years. And I've always had to sit there and feel annoyed when I see people making the argument that basically No Jumper is this thing that I in no way relate to, that we are just a place for violence and that this is a place where it's almost encouraged that people be attacking each other. I 100% disagree with that. But then now we have this new thing that basically makes it seem as if that is the case. And I very much resent it. Yes, you guys can probably tell. Yes, I have spoke to my lawyers, and they've been very good in making me feel confident that there is no real case against us, given that nobody who works at No Jumper had anything to do with this. It didn't happen inside our building. It happened outside of our building. I think like really we're just kind of waiting to see, will there be a police report filed? Because from what I'm hearing, the dudes who seemingly were assaulted are gang members. Now,
no, one's supposed to be a preacher.
And we've heard that as well. But either way.
Love how he was trying to paint the victims of this situation as gang members. That was him trying to downplay their credibility, trying to smear their image so that it looked a little bit better on No Jumper. Like, oh, well, those was gang members that got hit. But Brick Baby was pretty quickly like, I don't know, bro. I heard one of them might have been a preacher. So you can see how Adam22 was trying to shift the narrative right there. Also, at this point, you can clearly tell that Adam22 is worried about getting sued. He said that he don't think there's enough evidence for a case, and he may be right. On the criminal side, No Jumper may have no criminal liability for what went down, but that don't mean there ain't no civil liability.
I'm annoyed that this took place anywhere near my business, but do I feel like I have anything to worry about? I've been told by my legal counsel that this is not really something that I need to be worried about. And I feel like we've kind of realized over time that having multiple gang members in here at once is usually not the move.
No shit, Sherlock. I can't believe you even had to have drama to figure that out. I feel like I could time travel back to the Renaissance era and bring any random person back and ask them, should two opposing gang members be put in the same room? And they would probably know the answer is no. Talking about some overtime we've learned. I can't even believe you had to learn that.
So we try to really, like even when we've been talking about the news, it's easy to think of a newscast that would do well that involves multiple gang members because there's just like a lot of times they're interesting, funny, etc. But the bullshit that comes with having that is usually not worth it.
So then if it's not worth it, why do you keep doing it? I don't know. This whole thing reeks of hypocrisy if you ask me, but that's what we got. That is the situation. Adam22 basically blaming the victims, distancing himself. We got Luce Cannon basically owning the whole situation, talking about, yeah, I did that because I'm him. What y'all expect? And then we got pretty much radio silence from Wack100. I don't know. It's a pretty wild situation to be honest, but y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about it in the comments down below. Anyways, that's basically it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, tap the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. As always, it's been fun rocking with y'all, man. I'm out.